morning, good afternoon actually, but good morning to some, because it matters to what time you've woken up and finally viewed this. So good morning to some and good afternoon to many. Today is Tuesday, October 3rd, and I would like to always start off with this show of Self Care Check podcast under the Dr.Willie Moody and the Willie H. Butler Association and Tier 1 Recovery and Baby Steps Entertainment, myself, excuse me, Ezequiel Aka EZ, your host. Would like to start with a thunderous, do you care about your self-care? And we always say, yes! All right. Excuse me for the long-winded introduction. I just wanted to pick with some people that's in the crowd. But it's just all love at the end of the day. And being that we express love always here at Tier 1 and just as individuals in life, I would like to let you know that this is the month of the awareness of cancer. Excuse me, self cancer awareness month. Excuse me, cancer awareness month. And with that being said, it's many different types of cancer. So we're not just going to speak upon anything particular about cancer, but we're going to speak upon the topic of cancer because we're going to have many podcasts this month with people that are going to speak to you in intricate details about cancer and many different forms of cancer as well. Because we're not going to name them all here in this episode, but we're going to name those that are at this point that we already have collected. And did you also know that there's 200 different types of cancer? Did you? No. Nah. Me neither. I heard somebody say, "Yeah, they knew." But like being that, no, even to my astoundment, it was like 200 different types. Because I normally hear about pancreatic cancer, breast cancer, cervix cancer, cancer in your mouth, or cancer just in certain particular, on the brain, or like some of them they'll probably even call it a tumor. But it's so many that it literally almost eluded my understanding of what cancer is or what it does to the body. So today we're just going to spend some time on talking about it with one another upon the people that we know or our personal experiences. So we're just going to go to the audience right now, just back and forth. So with the audience in mind, I see I have a lot of wise and life knowledgeable people out there, and they've probably known a couple people in their life or personal friends, family, or relatives, and that sort that have had cancer experiences. Like just like it don't have to name exactly what they had, but just like yes, Angela.
Well, cancer does run in our family. We didn't know this until my father's sister had cancer, but she didn't really tell nobody until it was like too late. And then my father found that he had prostate cancer, stage 1 in the beginning. He did his treatment, I think for about 30 to 45 days of going to the doctor every day and doing the treatment. So thank God that his cancer stopped. It did not spread or nothing, but he do have to constantly, see the cancer doctor like every 6 months to a year just for a follow-up. And still gotta do a prostate exam. But so far by the power of God and faith, that it haven't come back. He still live a normal, healthy life. Still gotta do regular routine blood work and check the. And like you said, cancer is silent and
Yes.
deadly. And like you said, when it hit your family, it's different. And you gotta be able to, like you said, be there. So I said learning cancer is very important. Even if you don't know nobody that have it, but still good to have it, because just in case somebody going through that and scared to tell their family, they could come to you. Because stranger would talk to a stranger about things like this.
Yes.
They will not go to family or friends before they come to a stranger. You could be walking and a lady could just be crying. You could like, what's the matter? She's like, I got cancer. How do I deal with it? They will open up to a stranger before they open up to anything. So it's good to know, like you said, different variety of cancer and just, be that support and advocate for them. So that's what I was doing for my dad. And I always check his health constantly.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure through that moment of his stress, I wouldn't say necessarily down. It's just a moment of like pressure upon hearing and knowing that you have such a thing, such as cancer. But with that in mind, being that it happened to your father, and that mental health is a huge impact upon, like, as far as speaking out to the black community as men, speaking out upon the things that we're going through, what's inside of our bodies. Being that you was his daughter, how can you elaborate to us how it felt for him as a man? Because most times we don't talk to too many people. So like what was his signs of like his basically like when he was in that moment with confusion of what to do? I'm not saying he didn't pray. I know you're a praying woman, so he's a praying man. I'm I'm speaking upon those times for other people to have more of an understanding, like that moment where you saw it's like he wanted to quit. What was those times like?
Well, to be honest, my father is a very strong black man. He will not tell you anything hurt. That's how he is. He could be sick and he won't tell you. And he didn't tell me until almost 2 days when he got done going to the doctor that he had cancer. I did not know. I was mad. I was upset. I was furious. I wanted to curse him out because that's something you don't keep from your family. And by him living in North Carolina, I'm in Jersey, that made it more worse for me. I was mad because I couldn't be there to support him. But thank God he had family down there, but he said he was scared. He was afraid because we never thought that would happen to him. And he always take care of his help, but he didn't really know who to turn to. He didn't want to turn to me because I'm very overprotective of my father.
His child.
I call him all day, every day. It's not a day I don't go by without checking on him. And for him not to tell me, I got scared because that's the only day I have down there. And he don't have nobody else alive, just me, but I'm up here. So when he was going through that, he had his friend to help him cope through that. And he had his doctors to talk to him, but he was scared. He really didn't want to tell me at all, but he knew he had to tell me eventually because if something did happen, I'm the next in kin to do what I have to do and measure for his health. But we do talk about it, and he said it was scary because he had to go through radiation and the medicine, the poking.
But you stayed there with him.
I did. I stayed with him. I support him on the phone. I couldn't be there physically because I didn't know, but I was on the phone with him every day. Ask him how you feel, do you eat, are you okay? I made sure that his neighbor check on him, and he did pretty good. He made it, no hair loss or nothing. His appetite was fine, but I told him never hold nothing back like that because God forbid if something happened like that again, I want to be there. I want to be your support.
Yes.
You're not in there alone.
No.
So, but it was scary, really, because I thought I'm going to lose my father. I didn't know what stage it was in, but thank God it was just the beginning of prostate, so. I'm on it 24/7. I'm on my father.
And I actually asked her that question directly because as men, and I'm a man myself, sometimes it takes a lot of pride, a lot of courage just to even say that something is wrong, and to even know that someone's even going to cater to what I am saying that is wrong, because people look at me as a man. My physical, my literal image speaks strength, no weakness. It don't matter what's going on that you don't see. You know nothing. It's pure strength. Can nothing take me down? So out of that fear, knowing that something is taking me down, it's hard for me to tell you because I don't know if anyone is going to cater to help me heal. And out of that, I say that because I relate, because my father and my brother this past few weeks, I did not know that my brother attempted suicide, and it wasn't successful, thank God. But I didn't know that he was going through these stresses, and I'm his brother. And here I am, a peer recovery specialist. To me, that'll hurt me even more, because here I am, a person that helps people upon mental health situations, and my brother's going through a mental health situation. And we as men must always keep in mind, our family is our support system no matter what is going on. You tell them. It is out of love for ourselves and them that it don't hurt them in the long run if we don't tell them. Even in this moment of cancer, it's awareness of all cancers, because even that little thinking can be a cancer. It can strip everything that you are building away. Tell your loved ones that you are hurting. Tell your loved ones that you are sick. Otherwise, we will have no support. You will lose yourself, which is the start of your support. So please, reach out. Excuse me. Do anyone else have any support stories upon situations like this? Tyrone?
Yes. Sometimes support that's why we have so many different support groups out there. Sometimes they are more valuable than your family, because your family may not understand.
That's right.
Or want to understand. And the support groups that you may need to get into to help you get through it is what's important. So sometimes we have to have the knowledge to reach out further than our family in order to get the help that we may need and deserve. Because the whole cliche of the thing is teach one, help one. And you have to be able to reach out sometimes. If you're not able to reach out for the help, nobody knows what you're going through. Yeah. So that's what I have to say about that.
Thank you, Tom. Bobby?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
What is cancer?
Cancer. What we have, excuse me, yes, we have someone.
Yes, can I address it?
Yeah.
Move over.
Actually,
Can you see it?
we got you.
Okay, so speaking upon cancer, my father is on his 5th time having cancer, literally. And my mother passed away from cancer because she didn't want anyone to know. So what is cancer is when your white blood cells are more than your red blood cells in your system. And it becomes, the red and the white supposed to be, I guess, even, but when the white takes over, it eats up the red blood cells, and then your body can't fight it off, and that's what they call cancer. So, to answer that question. So just if you have that in your family, just every time, just keep a record of your, go get blood work, make sure you take a record of your blood cell count, and make sure your white blood cell count is not more than your red blood cell count, and the doctor will tell you.
Thank you, Petronella. Lois?
Mainly for you too, Easy. I just had a friend, like yesterday, just died of cancer, right? And my daughter called me and I said, how can that be? So she said he died with stage 4 cancer, which they say he didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
So I said, how can you know that you don't have stage 4 cancer unless you never did went any place to have yourself checked out?
Yeah.
So now, how would you be able to be there for that person if that person never told you that something was going on, or if they never did went to see if anything was going on? So sometimes people feel guilty behind things that they should not even feel guilty for. Because you can't help people if they're not in that road of you helping them. You have to be in the circle in order for you to help them, or So it was like a shock to me. And I'm still yet, like thinking about it right now, like, like stage 4 cancer, you just passed like that, and perhaps nobody never even knew.
Perhaps he my mom wasn't a meek individual, and she started becoming very meek and forgetting things and stuff. So it just went through her whole body, and then she lived 2.5 years after we found out she had in-home hospice. Yeah, so we watched my mom pass away, but it's so, what can I say, that word, it's an oxymoron type thing, because my mom lived a very healthy life, and my father lives a very pork, junk food, Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, syrup, sugar type of life. And he's still here because he loves his doctors. And he goes to the doctors, and he has leukemia for the 2nd time. And he won't listen to stay off of the pork and the meat, but he loves his doctors and they help him out. Yeah.
To answer your question with what I can remember, and then we're gonna get to question number 2, Lois. As far as someone with stage 4 cancer, I do know that stage 4 cancer it's an abrupt cancer. Some people may not know that they have it. Some people might find out that they have it, but there's at that point in that stage there is it's irreversible. And as far as losing a person so abruptly on that level, it's really just one day at a time. And in the sense of, even for me, I know who my father's mother is, but I don't really know the woman. My whole childhood, I really wasn't around her. By the time I started getting to know her, I was already a teen. Now I'm 18, and she's in a home, and I can't really have a conversation with her because she's talking sideways. And then she's leaving me the next year. I'm now 19, and I actually started to get to know her at 15. So in 4 years, that's all I really have of her. But I take it one day at a time. But on to question number 2. If you were told that you had cancer, where would you be, and what would your reaction? What would be your reaction?
I could say, if I was told I'd have cancer, at first, I was thinking like my mom. I was like, I don't want to know, I don't want to find out, and I'm not going to get help, and I'm going to go like my mom. But then I look at my dad, how strong he is, and how many times he literally had lymphoma, skin cancer, leukemia twice, and when he was going through prostate cancer, I was bringing him to NJ, the New Jersey, whatever, in Newark, and he was telling me it was a scraping that he was getting, so he didn't want to tell me that. That was a great time, so I would go like, I would try to fight like my dad, yeah, because life is good, and as long as you're here, life is good, and I want to be here because I have a lot to offer, so life is good. So I'd like to fight like my dad instead of basically give up like my mom.
Angela?
If I was told, I wouldn't even worry because God is my doctor. I have faith. So I'm going to be a fighter and a trooper. I'm going to ride this to the end. It's not going to ride me. And I'm going to have my husband take me to Dunkin' Donuts and get my iced coffee. Yep. I go get my Dunkin' Donuts, keep living my life. I'm good. I got this.
And my man words on Come to America.
We're going to live together.
What about anyone who had excuse me. Thank you, Angela. What about anyone who had or have cancer?
Have what?
Had or have.
Have or had cancer.
I know my siblings. I mean, I thought you was asking the question if you.
Yeah, you can still answer either or.
If I was to get that type of information, I know I would bawl out crying. And then I would call one of my siblings, either my brother or my sister, and I would have another cry with them. And I would pray. And I would ask for their support. And I would ask them to be there with me because you need somebody when you're going through that, man. And you need them at all times, somebody that you can call on at all times. Because at that point, you need a plan of action, I do know that.
Yes.
And you need to make sure that you're comfortable with the resources that you're provided to get through whatever said cancer that it is. There are so many, and we just never know. We don't know. But I do know that it happens for a reason, and it's not a death sentence. They have so much technology now.
Right.
From when my aunt died with pancreatic cancer 20 years ago to what a survivor, my sister that I go to, we worship together at church together, and she beat pancreatic cancer. But so the knowledge of it, you know, and the information and what they're coming up with to help,
Yes.
it's amazing. It's
Yes.
amazing. So
They have
I,
this,
I would be encouraged. I would be encouraged, but I will, that first initial, I'm going to my knees. That's it. Yeah.
they even have pills
Yeah.
now, these big pills, if you have leukemia, they put you on like a 2-year thing, and they put something here, and you keep going, get checked and everything, and they have these big white pills that you take every day to combat it. So this, like I said, is my dad's second time.
After he made
I think
the second time. Tyrone and then Bobby.
I've been through some things with people with cancer. I had to take care of my mother, she had breast cancer. I took care of her until her last breath. I had a girlfriend that died of lung cancer, and I have a sister right now that's going through 4th-stage cancer. But we as people have to learn about cancer in order to get through cancer for other people that may have it, in order to still be a helping hand to help them get through it, for understanding and to take care of them, to have care for them. That doesn't come easy, but you have to kind of like know who you are, and from your heart give that kind of help unconditionally, so that you can help them get through whatever they're going through. Because as it is, we can help each other by being there and understanding it. And I thank God that He allows me to have the strength to understand some of that, and for what I've been through with that. And even like today, I talked to my sister on the phone, and I'm able to hear her voice, just through her voice, if she's being strengthened and all of that each day. You know, so I'm thankful to be able to have discernment and a good listening ear. Even though I may be away, but I get to be able to talk to her on the phone.
That's it.
You know, so we make each other happy. Just
That's
by
good.
the voices.
Thank you, Tyrone.
I'm Bobby, and I am a cancer survivor. I have prostate cancer, but it's in remission. And what happened is my doctor, who was a woman doctor, did blood work on me, and she caught it through the blood work. My PS levels was high, and she was able to catch it at an early stage. And I just like to say that it's so important, especially for black men 40 and over, to get tested, because we are subjected to cancer a lot quicker than a lot of other races. So it's so important for us to get tested at an early age, so they don't have to wait until it gets to stage 4. Stage 4 is the last, and pretty much they just make you comfortable. You know, because there's nothing they can do with it. There is so much more technology that's into cancer. When I had radiation treatment with radiation C implants. At the time I had it in 2010, the radiation wasn't that accurate.
Right.
So when they did the radiation treatment on me, it caused problems in a lot of areas of my body, because at that time they wasn't accurate as they are now.
Yeah.
They're so much better and so much information
Yes.
of fighting cancer now.
Yes, yes.
So it's so important. The most important thing is to catch it at an early stage before it gets too late.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And I'm actually proud to know that Bobby and many other people are cancer survivors. Because did you know that out of the statistics of survivors for cancers for female and males within a 5 range span from 2013 to 2019 is, I think, it's still standing. For males, it's a 97.1% increase of cancer survivors, and for women, it's a 98.7 increase, and that's both from that time period, from 2013 to 2019, and it's kind of still standing now. So people just know that your chances of survival now, with the technology, the resources, and even more mental knowledge on the togetherness of knowing that it takes family as well, the energy from your loved ones to heal you and know that you are being healed, not just from the doctors or their practitioners, but the old ways of the spiritual ways, from the heart, with the love from your home, your ohana, right there. That is the starting pack for your recovery. Always remember you have that. God gave you that. And you can always run back to that. So, as we're coming to our close with the episode, I would like to ask everyone in the audience, and I'm going to answer to them, what would be the best advice that you would give a cancer patient? Wait. I said I was going to answer first. Well, I really didn't say I was going to answer first, but I said I was going to answer too. But I wanted to answer first. And what I would tell that person is, don't give up. Don't look at giving up as the start of the new. No. The thought of giving up was really the true end. But if you're still breathing after that thought, just know that it never ended. You have to keep running. Because you're here for a reason, not a season. That's my advice. Angela, Yolanda.
So I would say that, as Ezekiel said, don't give up, because cancer is not a death sentence. At least it doesn't always equals out to a death sentence. So stay focused.
I would say, I am here for you.
Love that.
I was gonna say the same thing, but like my little said, I'm here for you, and I'm gonna ride this along with you. No matter time, day, or anything, I'm here.
I think the important factor of it is that you have to be a good listener to that person in order to give care and understanding to them. And as I listened to Bobby and some other people, it allowed me to set myself free and go to the doctor and get checked out just by listening. So it goes both ways.
I would say, okay, my mom had stage 4 cancer, and I did say she lived 2.5 years after finding out that she had stage 4 cancer. What my mom never did, and we never did around her, was mention the C word.
That's right.
And you can't, cancer and crying and downtroddenness, all that creates negative antibodies in your system. So I would say just keep positive, have positive people around you, positive energy. Family is who you make it. So whoever is family, whoever are friends are still family. People who care for you, love you, support you, no arguments, no, just positive energy, and make sure you eat. And take your medicine. Eating is very important because she caught a stroke sometime around this time where it was 90-something degrees. She passed away Cancer Month in October sometime. So just keep eating and all of that. So.
And eat a lot of vegetables. And drink a lot of water.
Is that everyone? All right. With that being said, for all of you out there listening and tuning in, that tuned into this episode for Cancer Awareness Month, I just want you to know you are cared for, and do you care about your self-care?
Check. Yeah.